Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Mark Scott, professor in the English and Humanities Department, and welcome to English 4485, Senior Experience for English and Humanities majors. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the Blackboard site and show you some of the main features of the site that we'll be working in for this class. You're of course going to want to explore these areas on your own, but I'm hoping that in this video you'll get a kind of a sense of how the class is structured and learn about some of the resources that are available for you in this class. Let's begin with the course homepage. Seeing as how this class is a senior experience, it only seems fitting to have the Queens of South Florida, the Golden Girls, grace our homepage and welcome us to the class. Maybe later this semester I'll share a story about the time that I met Rue McClanahan, the actress who played Blanche Devereaux, and that's the Golden Girl on the left. Anyhow, on the homepage beneath the Golden Girls, you can find announcements for the class that have been distributed in the last 7 days. At the left of your screen, you're going to find a lot of resources and stuff to click. Of course, you have the homepage link at the top, and you have the current week section. This class is broken down into weeks, which will correspond with the weeks you'll find in the course syllabus. Every Thursday, I will make the following week's folder available. So on Thursday, January the 14th, you will find the Week 2 folder here under Current Week. I move the previous week's folder every Sunday, but you can find those folders down here under Previous Weeks. Homework in the class is due every Tuesday and Friday, so there will be a little overlap, and when I release the following week's folder, you'll find that folder and the current week's folder here under Current Week. When you click on a week's folder, you'll find an overview of what I'm hoping that you'll learn that week. And I'll summarize the homework assignments that are due that week. So here's what I'm hoping that you'll learn, and here's the homework assignments that are going to be due that week. Below that, you'll find the links to homework assignments and activities that I'm going to ask you to complete that week. Those assignments should be tied directly to what I'm hoping that you'll learn. So in week 1, I'm hoping that you're going to learn the basics of content analysis, the overall course structure, important assignments, and reasoning behind the course's approach. And I want you to learn a little bit about your peers and their potential research interests. So the activities down here, they are all tied to that. The syllabus quiz is going to ask you questions about students' class introductions. The activity for Tuesday, January the 12th, where you're going to use Perusall to read the course syllabus. That's getting you into the syllabus so you learn a little bit more about the structure of the class. And probably the most important thing that you're going to read this week is the first chapter of Coding Streams of Language, which gets you familiar with content analysis, the method that you're going to use for your research project. Now, Perusall is going to be a very different experience for most folks in the class. This is what Perusall looks like when you open it. It's an application where you read and annotate PDFs, and your peers and I can see those annotations, questions, and highlighting. You can also see my annotations and highlighting. This will replace the need for a ton of discussion board entries that are really lame to write and pretty tedious to grade. Back on the home page, we have different sections of the course. The Staying in Touch section provides links to the course announcements, the Calendly app where you can book a time to meet with me, and if you use Discord, you'll also find a link to join my server where we can meet for office hours or chat about your projects. The Our Work section includes links to your grades in the course, all major assignments, and the discussion board. Again, we're going to use this rarely, the discussion board, but some assignments, like a course introductions, can be found there. Other assignments like research journals will be added later in the semester. Quick break here. Once in a while in videos and in assignments, I will include Easter eggs. Sometimes I include them just to make sure that you're paying attention. Other times I will ask you about them in a test or quiz, or sometimes there'll be extra credit involved. So on the syllabus quiz that's going to be available this coming Wednesday, and that is due Friday, I'm going to ask you to tell me what the word was from this video, and that word is Triscuits. There it is. Triscuits. Yes. They're amazing. They're delicious. I love them. They're not those trash crackers that we call Wheat Thins, which are a certified choking hazard and should not be eaten by children underneath the age of 9. So today's word is Triscuits. So when I ask you for that in the syllabus quiz, use the word Triscuits. Okay, let's get back to the tour. The resources section here provides some links to stuff that I think could be pretty helpful. It's not here right now, but there will be a course content folder here, or something called a course materials page. The syllabus will be parked there. Any important documents that I want to add for the future, I'll add it there to that page, and that'll be up in the next few days. There's a FAQ, frequently asked questions. It's going to address any commonly asked questions about the class. For Tuesday, you are going to read the syllabus, and if there are any questions that come out of that, I will add that here to this FAQ. One question that always comes up is about what people can study for their project, and I've answered that question here. For many of you, the method that we're going to use in this class, content analysis, is going to be very new, and there's going to be some new terminology that you might need to know. So I created a glossary page that will help you kind of understand and navigate some of these new terms and jargon that are going to come with content analysis. There are 3 important terms here that I think you kind of need to know at the beginning, so I advise you to read that before the syllabus quiz that's due next Friday. Artifact, phenomenon, and sampling. I think it's kind of important to know what those are as you go into thinking about, okay, what am I going to study for my project? Right now, they're just these 3 terms, but I will add more as we read more. So in advance of a reading that's going to be due, I will add more terms. So we have a reading chapter 1 of Coding Streams of Language. I'll give that chapter a read, another read, and if there's any terms in there that I think are kind of confusing, I will add that to the glossary here. So I'll keep this updated for you. The library's resources link that takes you to an external site hosted by the Clark Memorial Library. I don't think there's a ton of useful resources that are specifically or unique to this class, but there is a link there to talk to a reference librarian, which could be really helpful when you're working on your literature review. The help button down here is also an external website, and it's hosted by Blackboard, and it gives you a bunch of information about how to use different resources and different features in Blackboard. Finally, there's the previous week section, where on Sunday I will take the previous week's folder and I will move it down here. If you ever get behind in the class and you're not sure where to go to make up older work, you can look in the gradebook for the missing assignments. If there's anything with a 0 in there, and either you think that you've already done it or you want to get some partial credit for it, you can submit some late work. You might want to check with me first before you do really old stuff. So if we go into week 1, you're going to see that the naming convention that I use is that before we have, for all the assignments in the gradebook, there'll be a W1 so that you'll know what week to go back to if you have a 0 for something. So if there's a 0 for W1 due Tuesday, January 12th class introductions, you would just go to the week 1 folder and click that up. Click that open and then complete the work there that you might have missed. So that's the class site. Before I go, though, I want to convey just how excited I am to work with you all this semester and to mentor you through your research projects. In the past, students have studied fascinating topics, weird topics, very timely, important topics. I've had students that have studied Wiccans in Southern Ohio, transgender students and their thoughts about gender-neutral bathrooms, procrastination in college students, which I'm sure none of you know anything about, discipline practices in elementary schools, just really fascinating topics over the years. What I really love about this class is taking you from a topic that you're really passionate about, and pretty much every topic you're going to be able to work with it in this class. Taking a topic that you're really passionate about, learning something about a different way of conducting research about that topic. And that's what I provide to the class. You provide the topic, I provide the method. And then mentoring you through the process of asking a research question about that phenomenon, applying the method, and coming out with some answers on the other end. It's a lot of fun. If I can use that word to talk about schoolwork, particularly in these times. It's a lot of fun, and it feels like you've actually accomplished something at the end. And it's definitely doable within the span of 3 months or however long we have together. Again, this class is one of my favorite classes to teach, and I'm just so excited to work with you all this semester. So if you're ready to begin, click the the week 1 folder at the left of your screen. Give the syllabus a read, annotate it in Perusall, do your course introductions. Both of those items, again, are due Tuesday, January the 12th. On Wednesday the 13th, I will make the syllabus quiz available. There'll be questions about course introductions that are due Tuesday, and that quiz will be due Friday, and so you'll need to read the first chapter of Coding Streams of Language. So that's it for now. If you have any questions about the class, this video, the Blackboard site, if you want to know why I think wheat thins are a trash snack, email me and let me know. But that's it for now. Have a great first week, and I will talk to you all soon. That's it. Bye. Luna, you want a Triscuit? Come here. Come up here. Good girl.